Hello students, welcome to Verma's Chemistry. In this video, I am going to tell you about periodic oxidation, and I will give you some easy tricks to find out the products of this periodic oxidation. Periodic acid is a good oxidizing agent and oxidizes the compounds containing adjacent alcohol groups or adjacent aldehyde groups or adjacent ketone groups or compounds containing any of these groups adjacent to each other. And in this oxidation, C-C bond cleavage takes place. Let us see what are the products you will get when a compound containing two alcohol groups adjacent to each other. We call them as vicinal diols. What are the products of vicinal diols when undergo periodic oxidation? You will get the products like this. As C-C bond cleavage takes place in this oxidation, first break this bond between two carbons and add OH groups on both sides of that cleavage. It means these two OH groups are added to the carbon atoms here. Now you see the first part of the compound. You got two OH groups on same carbon. But we already know that if more than one OH groups are present on the same carbon, such molecule is unstable. So a water molecule will be eliminated from that OH and H in the form of H2O will be removed. So you got only CO group left out. So you will get one carbonyl group from alcohol. And the remaining part of the molecule also has two OH groups on same carbon. So it is also unstable. So from this, once again, H2O molecule will be removed. OH from here and one H from here will be removed. So you got CO group left out. So when a vicinal diol is oxidized by periodic acid, then you will get mixture of two carbonyl compounds. These carbonyl compounds can be aldehydes or ketones based on the groups bonded to the carbon atom. Based on these groups we have. Next, come to a dione. It can be a combination of two ketones or one ketone, one aldehyde. It is a dicarbonyl compound. Once again, in periodic oxidation, C-C bond cleavage takes place. So break carbon-carbon bond here and add OH groups on both sides of the cleavage. And these OH groups are added to the carbon atoms. So what is the group we got here? C double bond O OH, means a carboxylic acid group is formed. And the remaining part, what do you have? C double bond O OH. So you got another carboxylic acid. Means when a compound containing two carbonyl groups adjacent to each other is oxidized by periodic acid, you will get the mixture of carboxylic acids. And come to another compound which has both alcohol and carbonyl group adjacent to each other. Once again, to get the products, break C-C bond and on the both sides of the cleavage add OH groups. Means this OH group is added to carbon and this carbon already has another OH group. Means you got two OH groups which is unstable. That's why remove H2O from it. This OH and this hydrogen are removed. So you got CO group. Means this alcohol group is converted into carbonyl group. And in the remaining part, you got C double bond O to which OH group is bonded. Means it has become COOH, a carboxylic acid group. Come to another structure which contains three functional groups. One OH group, one ketone group, another OH group. And we have two C-C bonds. During oxidation by periodic acid, C-C bonds cleavage takes place. So first break these two C-C bonds and add OH groups on both sides of the cleavage. So two OH groups are added both sides of this cleavage, and two OH groups are added on the both sides of cleavage of another CC bond. If you see the first part of this molecule, you got two OH groups on the same carbon atom, which gives you unstable compound. That's why I remove H2O from it. This OH group and this hydrogen are removed, so you got C double bond O group. Means that alcohol group is converted into carbonyl group. And come to the second part, C double bond O, and to that group two OH groups are added here. These two OH groups are added to C double bond O. So once again you will get unstable compound. If more than one OH groups are bonded to one carbon, you will get unstable compound. So remove H2O from that. This OH is removed and this hydrogen is removed. So to this CO group, one oxygen will be added. Means you will get CO2, carbon dioxide. So when a ketone undergo oxidation by periodic acid, you will get CO2. And in the remaining part, carbon atom already has one OH group and another OH group is added. So you will get unstable compound. So remove H2O from this. This OH is removed and this H is removed in the form of H2O. So you will get oxygen bonded to carbon, means C double bond O. In the same way, when you come to another structure with one OH group, one ketone group, and another one can be ketone or aldehyde. Here also you got two CC bonds. Break both the CC bonds and add OH groups on both sides of the cleavage. So OH groups are added on the both sides of the cleavage. Now when you come to the first part of the compound, you got two OH groups on same carbon. So remove H2O from it. You will get C double bond O group. And from the second part, already you got C double bond O and two more OH groups are added. So remove H2O. This OH and this H are removed. So one oxygen will be added to CO group. Means you will get carbon dioxide. And then the remaining part, you got C double bond O, to which OH group is added. So you will get a carboxylic acid. From all these observations, we can come to one conclusion that if we have terminal OH groups in the given compound, it turns into formaldehyde in periodic oxidation. If we have non-terminal OH groups, they will give you formic acid. And if you have aldehyde group in the given compound, it gives you formic acid. And if terminal C double bond O group is present in the given compound, it will give you COOH. If non-terminal C double bond O group, means a keto group, is present, it will give you carbon dioxide. So using these conclusions, you can find out the products of the given compound during periodic oxidation, or sometimes the products of periodic oxidation will be given. Based on the products, you need to identify what is the reaction. It is given that 5 moles of formic acid and 1 mole of formaldehyde are obtained as products in periodic oxidation of a compound. What can be the possible structure of that compound? To solve this, we can use the conclusions we got from the previous observations. Formaldehyde is the product of periodic oxidation of terminal alcohol. It means in the compound we should have one terminal alcohol. And we got 5 moles of formic acid. Okay, in the given compound we got alcohol at one end. Then what is the group we got in the second end? Because every compound should have two ends. So the second end can be aldehyde, because aldehyde group is also a terminal group, and we know that aldehyde when undergo periodic oxidation will give you formic acid. Means out of this 5 moles of formic acid, 1 mole of formic acid will be obtained from aldehyde group. So at one end you got aldehyde group, and at the second end we got terminal alcohol, and remaining 4 formic acid molecules are there. These 4 formic acid molecules can be obtained from non-terminal alcohol groups, because we know that when non-terminal alcohol groups are oxidized by periodic acid, you will get formic acid molecules. So one aldehyde group which will give you formic acid, non-terminal alcohol group gives you formic acid, another non-terminal alcohol, another non-terminal alcohol, another non-terminal alcohol. You got 4 non-terminal alcohol groups, and at the end of the carbon chain you got terminal alcohol group. When undergo periodic oxidation, it will give you formaldehyde. So these are the groups we can have in the given compound. Now when we add all these groups, when we join all these groups to each other, you will get the possible structure of the reactant molecule. So this will be the structure of the molecule which undergo periodic oxidation to give 5 moles of formic acid and 1 mole of formaldehyde. And here you may get some questions like how many moles of periodic acid is required to get 5 moles of formic acid and 1 mole of formaldehyde. Then you need to see how many bond cleavages are required to get this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bond cleavages are required. For each CC bond cleavage, 1 mole of periodic acid is required. So 5 moles of periodic acid is required to get 5 moles of formic acid and 1 mole of formaldehyde from this structure when it undergo oxidation in presence of periodic acid. Thank you for watching this video.